Hi everyone, it's Barbara from the Black Light Lab bringing light into the darkness. So today's update is something that happened to me on Friday. Well, I want to talk to you about this whole weekend. Um, I was feeling very off, very weird, and I was listening to, I forgot her name, Amber White from the Ascension Journals on YouTube, and she's talking about this entity attachment that she had. And I'm like, yeah, I've had one before. Um, and I've done, energy cord ceremonies and removals. And it's worked. So, it did occur to me that maybe I picked up another one. So anyway, I don't know. I kind of brushed it off because I heard she talked about it twice during the week on her updates. And so I'm like, all right, let me do a meditation for one. And I found this one meditation from this Native American guy. I'll put a link below later on. But I did it, and it was late at night, and I wasn't feeling well. I was in bed, and towards the end, it was like a half an hour. I literally had felt my arms lifted up, and I felt like this whoosh, something fucking lifted off of me and left me. Yeah, so it was quite interesting, but I felt like this clarity, like this, like fresh, felt good. So that was Friday night. So Saturday, I was like, all right, I woke up, I'm going to do this. My friend reached out to me. He's like, "Come on down." He does cosmetology stuff, and he gave me some beautifiers for my face. And it was a lot of money, but he did it for me for free, which is beautiful. I manifested, you know, as as a light worker, as a woman. Okay, let's be real. As a woman, getting older. You start looking back in the reflection in that mirror, like all this work that I do, um, being compassionate to people. Not that I want a pat on my back, but you know, it's it sometimes gets difficult being that loving person. Weighs down on you, and you take a lot of people's energies in, and to help transmute them. But I started feeling very, I don't know, not good about myself. So, can you imagine when right now, I'm in the midst of having a steady income, and I get this call. My friend's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hook you up." I'm like, amazing. So I manifested that. Um, but it brought me to another girl, another friend of mine who was actually, back here in New York City in the club scene as well. And she's going through an awakening. Now, the only difference with me and everybody my friends, except for one other girl and one guy, is that I'm the only one who, out of my friends, has had a Kundalini awakening. Now, not that I'm better than anybody else, but I am chosen. I am chosen to be woken first. Woken because I have a pure heart. Not that I'm better than anybody, because we're all different stages in our life. So that's the difference. I don't think that I'm better than anybody else. It's just that I'm getting psychic guidance, and 1000% believe in this for a reason, because I see things that other people do not see. So I actually mentioned to my friend about this entity attachment that I had on Saturday before this whole cosmetology thing happened, and I gave him tools and everything, and I explained to him that this worked for me. This I'm showing you. I'm giving you tools. Now he's triggered me a few times, and I've spoken to about it, and we've gotten over it, and we've gotten over it. So that was Saturday. I gave him the tools. That was the one friend. Now, my friend with the cosmetology, I met up with my other girlfriend who was there, who he called in as well, and he hooked her up as well. And we went to lunch, and we started talking, and we're going to help him build his business because, as a woman, I believe that, this is a vessel. It's okay to work and change on this vessel. It's what counts, what you're carrying on the inside, but to change the appearance on the outside, if you need to do that to make yourself feel better, then yeah, do it. I 1000%. Look at me. Look at Chris Jenner. She looks fucking amazing for her age. And then the Kardashians. But, okay, listen. Each his own. Don't judge them. I don't judge them. That's an energy expression. And so whatever you need to do to make you feel better, you don't want to do any of that stuff. Hey, it's all good. It's whatever you need to do to get by each day. That's on you. But we went to lunch, so me and my girlfriend and my friend who hooked us up, and started talking, and me and her kind of have the same dreams on what we want to do in this world, and we want to help his business grow, and we'll get a kickback. So what I'm talented at, she's not, and what she's talented at, she's not, vice versa. So she's a writer. I'm not an amazing writer, but I'm great at social media, and I'm pretty good at it, and video editing, and I'm going to school for all this stuff, and so we're going to collaborate together and really set this off, do this spirituality thing here in New York City, and promote other people. And I'm really excited to meet her, to work with her, not meet her because I know her. And I believe that I serve a purpose in her life. So fast forward, she needed a dog walker, and for today and Sunday, and so I ended up helping her out, and so it was perfect. I needed a little bit more cash, and she hooked me up, and I went to her house, and she had a friend staying over for Fashion Week. So this is where the story gets interesting. A lot of stories this weekend. So her friend is a healer. She was this Asian girl. She's a healer, and she's here on Fashion Week she's sponsoring this fashion show for cancer victims. And I've met a woman like this before, so she was nice, But okay, so how do I even say this? But it was quite interesting because I had a situation that happened today in my house, and after several giving my friend this advice on how to clear out entities, this and that, I asked for something to happen basically in my apartment, and the interaction was cold and was not like him, but at the same time you didn't hear me, and I got frustrated. Now there comes a time where you can be compassionate for people and be loving this and that, but when you're hosting somebody in your home and they're not hearing you, your home is your sacred space. When is it enough is enough? It's not as if this person doesn't have money or his own place. He's going through a situation, but when is it enough? When do you stop and say, I've given you the tools for how you can better your life, and if you don't do it, that's not up to me to make you do them, but when it starts affecting me in my own home, when is enough is enough? So that happened, and then I went to the dog walking, and my friend who was hosting this woman, this energy healer, was there, and we kind of were chatty a little bit, and I started talking to her about my situation, and she started talking about the friend that house she's staying at. So here's the thing. This is my takeaway. She started talking about her friend my new friend who I'm creating this new bond with, and she is saying all this stuff about her, this and that. So then, why are you friends with her? This is my takeaway. If you're trying to help her, or do you need just because you need a place to stay? What? And this is the same thing that's happening to me. So it's happening to both of us. Why are you staying if you're not bringing anything good to the table other than that you need a place to stay? I'm not getting anything out of it. The poor girl isn't getting that, but you're talking bad about her. And you're not, and then my other friends are making me feel good in my own home. What's the point of all this? At the end of the day, we are all liable for our own lives. So, how much do you keep on giving, and if it's not making you feel good? So, I believe that I'm coming into my girlfriend's life for me to up level her, to help her get out of this funk that she's in. Now, here's the thing: you have to know when contracts are no longer serving you. This is you as a light worker are supposed to be compassionate to people to an extent. Everybody needs to pull their own weight, but for me personally, I believe that I am here to stand here and pull you up. Not literally like, pull you up, but like help you, give you the tools. I can't walk away from all these people, all my friends that are weak. I understand that we're supposed to protect our energy. So this is my story is a little confusing because it's jumping in from two things that happened today. Because this woman that at my girlfriend's house, I was telling her the story that happened to me today, and she said, "Stop! I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it." And I was like, "Oh." She's like, "I don't want to hear this negativity." I also started talking to her about entities, and she didn't want to hear that. She was uncomfortable. I was triggering her. People are uncomfortable with the supernatural. They're not ready to hear it, and I understand that. But it's real. I hate to break it to you. It's real. It's real. There's demons. There's bad things out there. It's real. And then you wonder why you're running in a circle because you can't fix your life because there's fucking probably 15 entities attached to you right now. And it's a vicious cycle. It's like, okay. So she then started talking and was kind of started complaining because she didn't want to hear negativity from me. And I said to her, "Stop." I said, "Stop. I don't want to hear it." She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready for it. She afterwards realized what she had done and she apologized. And I said, "It's cool. I'm used to navigating this kind of stuff." But I believe she doesn't realize what she's doing. She's closing off people, telling them no negativity. Well, you have to feel your emotions. You can't just say no to everything because she's not in touch with her own feelings. How are you going to expand yourself and grow your consciousness if you can't even navigate anything and be comfortable with hearing that? She just met me. She didn't even know me and what I was trying to do, show her, and using my moment as a teaching moment. So I get it. There's a time when you've been mentoring or coaching someone, even if it's not monetary like exchange or anything, but a friend, and they're not taking everything to heart and being serious about their life. There comes a time when you need to cut it off and protect your own energy. This woman's not even allowing anything in, nothing in, and yet you're staying at my friend's house because you need a place to stay. So I don't even know what she's, how her interaction is with my friend, and I'm gonna find out this week. But that's not being that's not being fair as well for her, and that's kind of being an energy vampire as well. You can't say, well, you know what, that's negative, that's negative. You have to listen and be compassionate and know when to react, when to respond and not to react. So that was my big takeaway this weekend. It's how are you gonna when is enough, and entities attacks, they're real. They're real. So yeah, it was an interesting weekend. I don't want to end contracts. I don't want to end friendships with friends. When are you going to stop being a victim? I also went out to dinner with a friend who does not make a lot of money, paid for everybody, and had a great time. He has so little and he's so fortunate, and that's the thing. So we take for granted the things that we have. You don't see the bigger picture, and you don't see the good in somebody, what they're trying to do for you. When you're thinking everything outside and looking for the answers out there, they're not out there. They're within you. How are you going to be happy with your life if I'm giving you the answers? I've been chosen. I hate to break it to you. I've been chosen by God to awaken before everybody else. And that is not up to me. I'm to carry everybody's weight as well. So I've been frustrated with today, but I feel better about it after all these other situations came up. And I know my story was kind of like weird and difficult and jumping all over the place, but I hope you can follow through. And yeah, I'm gonna post this as is. Entity attacks are real. So anyway, thank you for following me and listening. I hope I could help somebody with this kind of stuff. The truth is, you have to use your judgment on when you gotta let go. So, maybe we'll meet again. So, thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.